Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. We are in the month of August 2024. We are going to be working on using our muscle groups a little differently from side to side to our body. And we're going to be combining short levers with long levers. So, for instance, if I open my arm out to the side like so, that's a long lever. But if I bend my elbow and then open it out to the side, I'm doing the same thing with my shoulder, but I have a short lever. So there's a little bit less workload, little less leverage. And we're going to be combining those from the right to left sides of the body today, which I think it'll be a nice little change up for us. So I have 3 pairs of hand weights. I have my mat, and let's start with a little bit of Tai Chi here this morning. So come into your mid stance position. You have a small ball right in front of you, imaginary ball, nice ball of energy. Maybe you pick a color for that ball, nice and vibrant. And we'll start with what we call open and close. So we're just going to extend the elbows out a little bit to the side as we make the ball larger and then close in. And we breathe in as we expand, and we breathe out as we close in. So this would be a short lever movement with the arms, with the shoulders. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Now wind that ball to the side so you have your right hand on top. Then wind it the other direction to your left hand on top. When the right hand is on top, this is right ball. And left hand on top is left ball. So we're going to combine open and close. So let's come to right ball. Inhale, open and close to left ball. Open and close to right ball. Open, close to left ball, left hand on top. Open, close to right ball and hold and step to your right foot and tap your left foot in. So we open and close as we step out. Left ball tapping the right foot in. Open, close, step, right ball. Inhale, exhale. Not a really large step to the side, just shifting your body weight. And then you can decide, do you need to tap that foot to the floor, or would you like to try lifting it up off the ground into single leg stance? Open, close, tap, or lift. Open. Good. So we're starting to center this morning, mind-body connection, the brain, the body, and the breath. Now let's open, close, step into right ball, just tap the left foot. And then we are going to come into press hands. So we'll step out with this left heel. So our body's on a bit of a diagonal. Turn to the right slightly and then push out. Your wrists can connect, they can touch each other. And then trace down the peacock's tail, pulling the left toes up. And then push hands. Trace down the peacock's tail, bend your right knee, pull up your left toes. Push hands, bend your left knee. Shifting your body weight. Now put a little bit more rotation in your torso. So turn to the side, look behind your body a little bit. And then you can even come across your body to that left side. We're rotating through the waist. 2 more. Nice fluid movement. 1 more. Then trace down the peacock's tail, step back into right ball. We'll open and close, stepping to the left, into left ball. Step that right foot out on the diagonal. We'll turn to the right a little bit and push hands. Trace down the peacock's tail. Bending the right knee, then bending the left knee, pulling up the right toes. Adding some nice rotation in the body. So both of your arms are doing a nice circular movement, which is warming up the shoulder joint. You're turning your head from side to side, so we've got some cervical spine movement, as well as the mid-back movement. Let's do 2 more. Exhale on the push hands. Then trace down the peacock's tail, step back into left ball. Use a couple taps to get there. And then we'll open and close. Side to side into right ball and left ball, 2 each direction. Then step back out into your mid stance, hands to your shoulders. Brush out away and relax the palms down. Great. Okay, feet are still mid stance, parallel position. We'll do a squat of any size, coming down and then pulling the arms back behind you. Open your chest. Arms shift forward and pull back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, then inhale. Breathe in. Now we'll shift our body weight now as we come into that chest expansion. Shift to the right. Tap your left toe out to the side. Squat. Tap the right toe out to the side. Then our next balance challenge, we can keep the toe tapped or we can lift the leg up any amount. Squat and lift, focusing on your balance. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Breathe. One more each side. Tapping the toe or lifting. And then we squat, hold 30 seconds. It's our isometric, like a wall sit. Hands can be in if this bothers your shoulders to take them out. Press down evenly into both heels. Keep the abdominals engaged. 15 seconds. Feel those quads really working, the glutes. Nice steady breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise all the way up. Okay, we need 2 different sizes of weights. We need something on the heavier side, something on the lighter side. I'm going to take a 8-pounder in my right hand and a 5-pounder in my left, just for reference. So right side is overweighted, left side not as much. We're nice and strong through the core. We're going to tip to the right side and pull up, tip to the left side. So we're unevenly weighted. Just going to do some lateral flexion of the spine. Make sure you're not rotating. This is a nice strengthener for the back, the QL muscle. Great. Just a couple more each direction, getting used to the movement. And one more each side. Great. Back to neutral. The right arm does a bicep curl. So we bend the elbow. The left arm does a front shoulder raise lift. We'll just alternate those. Right arm bicep curl. Left arm lift. So we'll do a couple more just so you make sure that you have adequate resistance on each side for this. Bicep working on the right, short lever. Shoulder working on the left, long lever. Now let's put these in at the same time. So as the right elbow bends, the left arm reaches forward. I'll give you a little side view so you can see that a little bit better. So short lever and long lever are combined. Great job. Option to add some balance. So as the arms come back down, raise up on the balls of the feet, and then do your arm movement. And lift heels up, arm movement. So it's a little less of a challenge if we do this calf raise while the arms are down by our side and we're not moving the upper body. Last option is to put the calf raise at the top of the arm movement. So we come up and down and up. A little bit more challenging. Let's get 3 more of whichever one you'd like to try. Good posture, 2 more. Excellent. One more time here. Lift and come down. Take a little shoulder roll and switch the weights to the other hand. So the heavier weights in the left hand, lighter weight in the right hand. I already feel a little off center here, even though they're only 3 pounds different. So let's tip over to the heavy side and then over to the lighter side. So which side do you think is getting the most work? So I'm thinking it's the right side because we're pulling up this heavier weight that's off to the left. But it's going to be a pretty subtle difference right to left, especially if your weights aren't that different in size. Let's do one more each direction. This is giving us a chance to rest our biceps and shoulders. And then we come back to neutral. The left arm does a bicep curl. And then the right arm does the shoulder raise. If you have a shoulder injury, maybe the right arm doesn't have any weight in it, and you're just lifting your arm up and finding range of motion. It's a great option. Nice. Let's do one more of them, one at a time, and then we'll combine. Okay, synchronized together. Curl and lift. And we're really controlling the negative aspect. That's when we come down and we're resisting gravity a little bit. Then we can add our calf raise at the bottom. Lift. And then exercise for the arms. Lift heels. That's pretty challenging. Then you'll stay with that one. Or reverse. Lift up heels when the arms come up. Much harder because our body's off the center of gravity. And then we're requiring that balance move. Good, and lift. Let's get 2 more. Nice, 1 more. And relax. Okay, we still need 2 different sizes, but I'm going to go down to a 5 and a 3. And the 5 will be in the right hand, a little heavier. The 3 will be in the left. So we are going to do a squat, come down, and then as we come up, we'll do an upright row with the right arm. And then we'll squat. The left arm opens out. We squat. Right arm upright row, short lever. Left arm, long lever. So let's get 1 more just to make sure you have the correct workload for this. It's going to suit your shoulders. And then we combine them. We squat. This takes a little bit of mind-body connection. One arm is doing an upright row. The other arm is going out to the side. It doesn't have to come up as high as your shoulder. Now we're going to add a shift of the body weight into the right foot, tap the left toe. Same side again. And then our balance challenge, we can keep the toe on the floor, or we can lift the leg up a small amount into that hip abduction. 5, 4, 3. I don't know how I'm going to do when I get to the other side. We'll see. 2, 1. Just finish with a squat and hold 30 seconds. Now you can keep your arms down. You can place them here. You can do anything you want with your arms to make this more challenging. 30 seconds isometric hold. Good job. Now, what are you feeling during this isometric hold? Because I'm feeling my right leg is more fatigued than the left, because we challenged that side a little bit more when we did the stabilization in the left leg raise. 15 seconds. Can you sink a little lower? Maybe. Stay nice and steady. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, come up. Great job. All right, let's switch the weights. Heavier in the left hand, lighter in the right. I have 5 and 3 just for reference. Roll those shoulders, stand with good posture. And then we'll do a squat. Left arm does an upright row. And we squat, right arm does a side raise. Now, as always with LisaBug classes, these are just suggestions. And if it's not working for your body, then you modify, progress or regress it any way that you'd like. If you've got a way to make it more challenging and more difficult for where you're at in your body, great. Okay, then we combine both movements at the same time. So we squat and lift. Squat. Short lever on the left arm, long lever on the right, requires more core connection. Okay, now we shift weight into the left foot, tap the right toe side. Same side again, right foot taps out. Option to lift that leg up off the floor. I'm going to keep it with the tap just because that's my surgical hip on that supporting side. Let's do 4 more. Good. 3, 2. Finish with a squat, down and hold, isometric. Anything you want to do with your arms, be my guest. This is your 30 seconds as you're holding that intensity into your legs. And we're breathing. Now you should be able to kind of pick your toes up off the floor, so make sure you're not leaning into the balls of your feet. You've got your weight slightly back into your heels. 15 seconds. Good job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way up. Great job. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, we need to take our weights of all the sizes and put them next to our mat as we come down to the floor. I'm going to put my 8, 5, and 3 on one side of my mat and my 8, 5, and 3 on the other side. So I have my choice there what to use. Okay, so we're going to come down to our backs for quite a bit here. Take your time to come on down, get yourself comfortable. We've got some great glute work coming up. Okay, here we go. All right, so what I want you to have is a pretty heavy weight in your right hand. So I'm going to grab them before I roll back. I'm going to do an 8 in my right, and I'm going to do a 5 in my left. And come on down, bring those weights up to parallel. So the inside weights are facing each other. We'll bend the right elbow for a tricep press and push it up. Then open the left arm out for a fly. So we have right arm does a short lever, left arm does a long lever, opening out. Alternating those sides just to make sure that you have some time here to evaluate the weights that you need to use for this. Let's do one more each side. Right arm working tricep, shoulder, and a little bit of chest. Left arm mostly shoulder and chest. We take the tricep out of the movement. Now we'll do them at the same time. So as the right elbow bends, the left arm opens and closes. So challenging the core, we know we can bring this up to tabletop. It's a great way to challenge. Or you can add some single leg extension work by taking one leg out and then maybe the other leg out. So I'll let you get kind of snazzy and creative here for you. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, bring it up. And if your feet are up, set them down. Lower the weights back to the floor. Be really careful not to stress your shoulders when you set them down. Fingertips behind the head to support the back of the neck. And we'll do a crunch and rotate to the right side. Same side again, crunch and rotate to the right. Working those anterior obliques. We can pick up the right knee, bring that shoulder across. 5 more will give us 10. Good, slow and controlled. Exhale on the crunch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Isometric bridge. Press down into both feet, lift the hips up any amount, and hold. Now for this 30-second isometric, you could grab your weights if you wanted, do anything you want with your arms, or just focus on contracting glutes and hamstrings. Focus on your breath. Nice neutral spine. 15 seconds. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, roll down from that bridge. Tuck the tailbone under, flattening that lower back down to the mat. Okay, so now we need our heavier weight in the left hand. So for me, I'm going to have that be my 8. Lighter one in the right hand, I've got a 5. And we'll go straight up and parallel. Now make sure your weights aren't over your face. You want to have them be over your chest. Even a little lower is great. Left elbow bends down toward the floor. Then the right arm opens like a butterfly wing. And we'll do them one at a time for a few just to get used to the exercise. Or if you're ready to combine them right away, that's great as well. Also, if you're ready to bring your feet up in tabletop, give that a try. Focus on your breathing. Okay, let's combine them together. Left arm is the short lever, right arm is the long lever. I'm going to bring those knees up to tabletop. And on the other side, I added some single leg extension work, so I'll throw it back in there as well. Noticing the difference between the work on the right arm and the left arm. Four more reps. And 3. 2. And 1. All right, lower down. Set the weights back off to the side. Support the back of your head with your fingertips. And we'll do our oblique crunch to the left side. So we lift up and twist to the left. So pretty much my left shoulder blade is staying down toward the floor. My right one is coming up. We can add that opposite knee coming in toward the chest. We're looking for 10 reps. And 6 more on my end. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Isometric bridging. Now, if you want to add more workload, you can put a couple of your weights right on your hip creases. You can hold them there, so you're lifting up a little bit more workload. And then let's roll up into bridge any height. Now on this one, if you want, you can try picking your toes up off the floor. Let's hold isometric 30 seconds. What I like about pulling my toes up off the floor, I also get isometric of my shin muscles, which is really good to work. 15 seconds. Tighten the backs of your legs, those hamstrings. Keep breathing, maybe lift a little higher. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down. Great job. Keep your left foot on the floor. Extend your right leg long. We're going to bring the knee into the chest once, and then lift it up as straight as we can manage it on the second one. So we're combining a short lever and a long lever. To make this more challenging on your core, if you choose, your left foot can stay on the floor for level 1, or your left knee can be in tabletop for level 2. And then we lift it straight and we bring it into bend. Good. Now I want to combine the rotation to the right side. So bring your hands behind the back of the head. As the short lever comes in, we'll rotate and then we'll lift it straight up. And rotate and lift. Just 3 more for 5 here. Left foot can be on the mat. And 2 more. And 1. And then just set that left foot back down, raise the right leg up, hold a hamstring stretch and an ankle pump. 30 seconds of ankle pumps, pretty vigorously pull, flex and point, flex and point. So we're working the shin and the calf as we're elongating the hamstring muscle. Left leg can extend out long to the floor as well. Good job, 15 seconds. Really challenge these muscles of the lower leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend this knee back in. Hold on to it with your left hand. Open your right arm out on the floor and twist your knee over to the left side for a gentle twist. I'm being really cautious on this one because I'm not supposed to turn this hip out of neutral. So even though I'm turning in my spine, I'm not pulling the knee across my body. Does that kind of make sense? So I'm really trying to be cautious of that. But I'm still getting a nice twist for the midsection. Okay, come back to the center. Put your right foot on the floor. Left leg goes short lever and long lever. Oh, that hamstring's tight. Whoa, short lever. Good morning, left hamstring. Okay, right knee can also be in tabletop for a little bit more core connection. Left knee and hamstring. Then we can add that rotation to the left side. So hands behind the head, bring the knee in, rotate left, and then the hamstring. We have 5 reps. Short and long lever. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, right foot's going to come back down as we stretch the left hamstring and we point flex vigorously for 30 seconds. Point flex, and really focus on the flex. Pull your toes down towards your kneecap and fire that anterior tibialis muscle. 15 seconds. This leg can extend. That's a little difficult with my surgical hip, but I'm going to give it a little bit more length. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, that shin muscle felt very fatigued. Okay, let's bring this knee in. Hold it with your right hand. Open your left arm out. We are going to roll into that twist. Both shoulder blades are on the mat. Take some nice deep breaths into your rib cage. One more breath. And come back to center. Okay, we're done on our backs. We are going to come to hands and knees. And I'm going to need a little bit of knee padding here. All right. There we go. Okay, we are going to need a weight in one hand that we can do a tricep kickback with. I'm going to start with my left arm since I'm facing that way on the camera. I think I'm going to try a 5-pounder. So we are going to bring that elbow up, and then we straighten and bend the arm. Then you'll take the right leg back, extend it, and bring it back in. So we've got the left arm, straighten, bend, the right leg, extend and bring it in. So this is bringing us into bird dog or spinal balance. And then I'm sure you're already knowing what I'm going to do next because you know me so well. We're going to do them at the same time. Good. And reach. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Set that weight down. Either take a child's pose or a downward facing dog, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up. So either one is great. I'm going to do a little bit of both. And while you're stretching, I'm going to turn around so you can see my other arm. So then we'll have our weight choice in the right hand for our tricep. So the elbow is up, everything's squared off. We'll straighten that arm, bend it, then the left leg goes back. I got to go really slow on this because my surgical hip is the right leg that's got to support me here. Okay, you ready to put them together? I think I can do it. 5. I'm not going to. You keep going. 4. 3. That's using my better judgment. 2. We all have to do that, right? 1 more. And relax that weight down. Either take a child's pose or a downward facing dog. Rest and stretch. Again, I'm going to do a little bit of both. Press up into that down dog a little. And from your down dog, let's come into a forward fold. If you want to do it sitting on the floor, that's great. If you want to walk your hands to your feet and do your forward fold standing up, or you could sit in a chair and do it as well. So just folding at the waist, relaxing the back of the legs. Your knees can be somewhat bent. You can grab elbows for a little bit of a rag doll. Just kind of moving from side to side a bit. And then we'll release the hands and we'll roll the spine up to stand. Okay, I'm gonna move my little blanket out of the way here. Stepping your right foot forward. Bend your right knee. So we're in a little bit of a warrior 1 lunge. And then turn your back foot pretty parallel so you feel your heel pressing down into the floor. Open your arms into goalpost and pull your shoulder blades back. So I'm feeling a calf stretch in my left leg. I'm working and supporting here in the right hip and a nice chest expansion. Right hand comes to your hip, left arm reaches, and a baby side bend over to the right to slightly open up your hip flexor on your left side body. A little bit of balance here as well. And then come back to neutral, release the arms. We'll step the left foot forward, the right foot steps back. Your left knee is in a short lever, or your left leg's short lever, right leg is long lever, back foot's parallel, push your heel down to the floor. Chest expansion. Left hand comes to your hip, right arm reaches, and a baby side bend to the left to open up right hip flexor and right side body. And then back to neutral. I'm just going to pivot my body to face front so we're in a wide leg position. Toes turned out. Take a nice 5-pointed star. Inhale, then bend your knees and do a sunflower. So your hands come down, the wrists can cross, and we raise back up, the wrists cross at the top, and then the wrists cross at the bottom. We have a hip hinge. So we're not rounding our back, we're keeping it pretty straight and neutral. We'll hold this one at the bottom and actually put our hands right on top of our thighs. Twist to the right, look over your right shoulder, and this left hand can slightly push out this left hip a little bit. And then rotate the opposite direction, look over the left shoulder, and with your right hand, slightly open up your right hip. And back to the center. Keep your right leg knee bent, straighten out your left, short lever, long lever, and then switch. Switch again and hold, pull the toes up on the left foot and give yourself an inner thigh stretch. Maybe a little hamstring also. And then glide over to the other side. Pull the toes up. Stretch the right inner thigh, hamstring, maybe the calf a little bit. And then glide back to the center. Both knees are bent and reach your arms down, stretch your lower back. If you need to support your hands on a chair, couch, be sure that you do that. This is a standing happy baby. Ideally, it should feel good for your lower back, but if it does not, then I want you to take something different that works better for your body. And you can also straighten your legs up a little more. Feel it more in your hamstrings. And let's roll up. Finishing with one more 5-pointed star. And press the palms together. And nicely done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. A little bit of an abbreviated version of Mind Body Blend this month with me recovering from the hip surgery, but we hit a little bit of everything. So I'm going to shut our recording off. If you can stay to chat, I would love to visit with you a little bit. If not, send me a message. Let me know how life is going in your world. All right. Great job, everybody.